Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Dream Ignite Build. Today we have on one of my favorite people, Lauren Hitchen. She is back on the show with us. We are so excited to have her. And today we're talking about all the things travel with her amazing Jet Set group. I am a part of it, and I am so looking forward to the conversation that we're going to have. Let's start with, we were talking about this offline, and we were talking about all the places that we can go right now. What's working for us? What makes sense? Where can we save money? Yeah. And so what are top of mind? What are some of the places that you see people just like,
what to go to?
Like, this is the place?
So I would definitely say Japan is number one right now. That is number one on the list because many reasons, but number one is the dollar is strong against the Japanese yen. So you are looking at getting a 5-star treatment at a 3-star price, right? So
Nice.
That's major. You can be going to Universal in Japan and you can be getting that for $56 instead of $139 upwards in the US. So we live in Florida, so it's actually cheaper for us to go to Japan. Do you like that girl math? I love that girl math. But you know it is. It's starting to be where people are using their air miles. They're traveling smarter with their air miles. They're then taking the family. They are then going to Japan. They are getting that, like I say, 5-star experience for a 3-star amount. Then they are going and then they're just traveling Japan. You know, you've got your skincare. So for the ladies, you can get to go to the major skincare over there. So you can go to a clinic. They can literally, they'll go over your skin, your health. They'll get in there. You can get all this good fun stuff, right? And then you're getting your tax back. You're getting all that fun stuff. So you're saving there. You're saving with the fashion, the technology. The kids can go. So they've got Pokemon. They've got it all there. You can do a cruise, phenomenal cruise around Japan. I mean, there's 20-day cruises you can do.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive. And so you can kind of jump in and jump out and see what you like. Because some people haven't been to Japan. It's new for a lot of families. But we are seeing a huge, huge increase with Japan. And they're taking everybody, grandmother, everybody's going. Everybody's going.
I've heard even before you were talking about it, that Japan just in general is absolutely amazing. It is clean, it's beautiful. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. And one of the things that of course attracted me was I have 4 kids and a husband, and I'm like, how can we make this work for us? And we were talking about Disney World in comparison to just what you pay here, which is like astronomical. You talk about like bringing the entire family over there for what, a third of the price?
Yeah, you literally could take your 4 kids for the price of like a 1-day park. You're getting them in for 1-day park that is here.
That's amazing.
So it's insane when you really look at that and you start to look at, you can, 5-star for 3-star. And you go to a brand new country.
Yeah.
You're getting to they can come. I work obviously around the world, so I can take my family, have fun and work at the same time. So it's incorporating all of that and giving those experiences to your family.
Yeah.
That's what it's about now. It's not about the junk. I think I said to my son we went to Monaco and I said, right, you could spend $150 here on Roblox, right? Or I says you could have a Monaco helicopter trip for $150. Of course, he wanted the Roblox.
Wow.
And I didn't give him that option. I put him on a helicopter in Monaco. And then I just remember his little face and he was like, whoa, like this is
And that's what he's going to remember forever with you.
Forever.
Not the $150 that was spent on Roblox that you're glued to the screen.
And then he looked at me and he had his little, he had the, the headphones on and went, whoa, I get it now. Like, wow. And I was like, yes, it's about those experiences. And for Christmas, we went and got a Disney cruise. And so he's got that experience to come and, and that excitement, things like those kinds of things. People are wanting that more now for their children. Yeah. And they can align their life around it. That's the whole thing, is aligning your life around travel and your family.
And I think people are just wanting to clear the clutter, get rid of, like you said, the stuff, less stuff, more experiences.
100%. I could have went upstairs, wrapped everything from last year, gave it back to him and he would have been so excited. I could open the box, So I was like, no, I'm going to change it. There might not be a lot under the Christmas tree, but the value and the experience, that's what it's about. And a lot of people are traveling at Christmas time now.
Yeah.
So it's right, we're going to go and have a Christmas experience, or we're going away for Thanksgiving. We're going away. So that's what we're doing. So that a lot of people are doing that.
And I love the idea of having somewhere to look forward to. Like we have this
yes,
destination that we're going
yes,
to on this specific date.
yes.
And
To be
just
excited.
knowing, getting that anticipation going with the
100%.
kiddos.
Yeah.
And you were talking about all these other places where,
Yo,
we
yes.
covered Japan, but there's
Yes.
also
Oh, there's
Bali, you
Bali.
said, right?
Yes,
And
Bali's a big one. Number one on the list for Bali because it is biohacking. You can go, you can do, they've got retreats, they've got yoga, they've got all about spirituality. It's getting down to the nitty gritty, right? It's getting down to the roots. I think all
Yes.
Americans more than ever are getting down to the root cause of everything, right? It's not just
Yeah.
here's a tablet that'll fix you. It's why do I have that?
yes.
Why am I suffering with stress? Why am I having, at this age, X, Y, and Z? Not just here's a tablet and off you go. I need to get to the root cause. And I think now they're getting that and biohacking's coming in. There's other
Yes.
things coming in. People are having an awakening of such,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're saying, well, why am I suffering? I need to get to the root cause. And so a lot of people are realizing, one, well, travel comes spirituality, right? Wherever you travel, it opens up your world, it opens up your environment. And people start really looking into that. And Bali is the number one place to do that in, right? You've got all the health and wellness clinics there. They will look after you. I mean, it's $18 for a 2-hour massage.
Wow.
Yeah, we have one of the girls in the group. She's sensational. She's amazing. She went to Bali, solo trip. She went off. She went to Turkey. She then went on to Bali and she didn't want to leave it. And she kept extending. And she just said it was amazing. For work, one, she's a content creator. She stayed in a content creating house. So she got to network with people, open up her world, open up her environment, open up the network, right? It's not just about being on your doorstep anymore. You can open up that world. And she was like, I mean, it was $6 for an avocado toast, a smoothie, and a coffee, and you're doing that from
Amazing.
work. She's working from a laptop anywhere in the world, and then she's opening up her life and she's doing biohacking. She was learning it all out there. She was getting certificates to do it.
Nice.
So just like really opening up people's worlds and seeing the other
I'm
side of it.
all about the biohacking, like whether it's ice bath, infrared sauna, special things that you can do in a meditative form. I mean, it's just like longevity, right? We want to have more longevity. We want to be more connected. We want to be more self-aware.
Yes.
How can we grow? And all of this like experience that we're talking about is helping us to do that.
Exactly. And then not just you, it's also then your family. You can bring your family along and you can open up their spiritual world. You can open up all of their things. You can help the kids see a different life. You know what I mean? And understanding and just to have that all together. I mean, that's priceless. You can't get that back. Nobody ever said they travel too much.
Yeah.
Like I was in the health.
I wish I wouldn't have traveled as much. Said no one ever, right?
But I've never ever heard that. Was in the health world, and every single time it was, I wish I traveled more. And so, if when you travel more, it just makes that difference and it opens up the world. We've got Spain, August 12th, 2026, and there's going to be an eclipse. So there's a lot of cruises wanting to go to Mallorca. It's going to be it's going to be in the ocean. So it's just
I love it.
setting. It's going to happen. So a lot of cruises. So that's a big one as well.
So
August
cool.
12th. Spain's going to be a big one. We've also got the World Cup, which is going to be in America. You've got North America. So that's going to be very big in June. Again, that's a massive one. So you can be traveling around Mexico, America, and Canada to go and see those. Again, it's an experience with family. How many kids love soccer now, and it's really opened up the world. And so people are all coming into North America around June to.
I think people are just realizing too that we can do life different than we did in past generations.
Yes.
We can choose to be more transient and have more life experiences. And it opens up those doors so that those experiences, again, as we talked about, will last a lifetime. And I think to myself, like, what are maybe some of the things that I wish I would have been able to do as a child that I wasn't able to do?
Yeah.
And now we have it available to us.
Exactly.
We have really literally anything, anywhere you want to go in the world, any type of experience. And through the Jet Set group and also, company IntelliTravel, it offers you the opportunity to go through the cruising to, if you want to just fly somewhere and spend time at a VRBO or, whatever you want that experience to be. As we always say, build it out around your world so that it makes sense for you to have the lifestyle that you want.
100%.
And I know, like, for me, I'm like, experiences are going to be the number one thing that I'm going to have at the forefront of my family. Like for my family to be able to do as as the kids continue to grow. And just also like with my husband, I'm like, what other experiences with just he and I do I want to mark off my bucket list? And it's all there. It's all available to us.
All available. And it's just sitting down. It's having that word with yourself and what do you want, how you want to align it, and then you can make it happen. It's a lot easier now, you know. You've got your chat GPT, you've got, you know, you can ask all those questions, right? And you can get those answers. And you've got all, you know, women out there on the internet, on Instagram, in person, are doing it live and showing people how to do it, right? You can do it. There's no excuses anymore. Right, that's your world is your computer, your smartphone. I can work from anywhere, right? I can connect with anybody around the world from my phone or go in person and do it, right? So it's all there. And the fact that you get to take your kids and family with you is amazing. The one thing I always remember when I go to Orlando is all I see everywhere is my grandparents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that money went into something. It went into experience. It went into Disney World. It went into all of that, right?
Yes.
So those memories we make, then I pass that down to my son and he gets to get the funny stories and he gets, you know what I mean? So it all gets passed down. And that's what's really, really important. I think more and more people are aligning that and realizing that it's not about the stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff and
the materialistic stuff is going to go away.
It's going to,
no matter what. It's you can hang on to it in your hand or in your house, and it'll be there, and it'll just sit there on a shelf, and it'll take up space, and it'll collect dust.
It will.
But the things with the things with the experiences, it's integrated within you.
100%.
It's integrated within you forever, and it just becomes a part of you, and it changes you.
Totally changes you. It changes you. Opens up your world. I mean, to take the kids to Japan. And to have that experience, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, you could have had this or you could have had Japan.
That's right.
Like, wow, okay, that's just an experience, you know? And the one thing I really want to do in Japan, and I'm obsessed, is doing the Mario Kart. Live. You could do Mario Kart around Tokyo. And like, oh my Lord, could you imagine?
My kids would love that.
So that would
absolutely
be
love that.
And there's so much to do. And you've got you know, and they're so efficient and they're on time with everything. You know, everything's a certain way. It's just a different way of living. And it opens up culture. Yeah. Right? Kids get to see culture. You get to experience the culture and the people. It's just another level. Do you know what I mean? And it takes you open. And then you come home and it's opened up your world. And that then can lead to business. That can lead to other things and inspiration. So it's all there for you to take. But that's just, it's an incredible thing. It really, really is.
And talk a little bit about, I know we briefly touched on it in our last conversation, but talk a little bit about your personal experience with becoming a travel agent and how it's just changed so much for you, and also how you've helped people, including myself, save so much money. But for yourself, so you've been doing this now for 3 years. Is that
3 years? I started 3 years ago. So my journey was a little bit different. I've come from Scotland, come from Northeast England, and my journey was different. I had immigration, so I had to come into the US when I was 16 with my family, and we had a lot of like blockages, you know, with what I could do and what I could, you know, from there. So it's just been a difficult journey. And so when I went back to the UK, I got married, came back, had a son, and then we opened up a business. We had that. It was great. But again, I had immigration. So I had certain things I could do and couldn't do.
Yep.
And then when we got our green card, life opened up. And it was, what do you want to do, Lauren? And I was like, oh, that's amazing. What can I do? And travel. We've always traveled as a family. So it was like, okay, I love to travel. It's been mentioned before. Let's get into this. And I stepped into it. I spoke to a lovely lady and I thought, oh, let's try this out. It's not a big risk. You know, I'm not having to set up another business in a big way. Yeah. I can just step into it, see if I like the industry, if it's for me. Well, it was definitely for me. I loved it. And I just took pockets of time. This is the important thing. Pockets of time, build over time, then turn around in 3 years' time, and then you've built something, right?
That's right.
On top of doing other things. So I have the other businesses, but this really just opened up my world. And it opened up my family's world, like we were talking about. You got to go to Monaco while Mum was at work in Monaco. Right? There you go. Enough said. Mum had to go to work in Monaco. What a shame, right? You know? And then he got to come with me and experience all the supercars. He got to go-karting. He got helicopter rides. And so did my husband. And it just opened up their world, their eyes to it. And they were like, this really works. And you're like, yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And then not only that, speaking. I never thought I would be standing on a stage speaking. That was not something I even thought about when I got into travel.
Yeah.
But then when I started to see it help me, that then I could go help other women and men
get
into the world and align it around their world. it starts to shift, right? And
That's
then it's
right.
like, wow, it's, it's selfish keeping it to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to tell everybody about it. And it really does work. Like you've done it and aligned it around your world, and it just shifts and it changes your perspective. And it's lovely to see all these amazing ladies and men. I mean, we've got 100 in the group right now, and it's just changing
Amazing.
their world. It's in adapting around their world. It's just truly
And I love
cool.
that people have so many different options of like,
Yes.
it's not like you have to do this in a certain amount of time or
No.
these are your requirements.
No.
It's literally like use it as you see fit and
Yes.
how you want to build things out. So if you want to use it just specifically for traveling with your family, you can. But if you want to build it as a business, like we're doing and we're incorporating in our day-to-day lives and we're saving money while we're traveling with our families, then, it's an option.
It is an
and
option.
it's a no-brainer to me because it's like, well, we're going to travel anyway. We're going to do this thing that we love, like we talked about. And if we want to make the most of our time and we also want to be a part of like an incredible community,
Yes.
like that's been created and you continue to create, it really truly is like, it's the best of both worlds because you're doing something that you love, you have support, and you're able to go wherever you want in the world.
Wherever you want.
So
The world is your oyster, as
Yeah.
you say. I mean, it's open up to you. It open up. The world is big, but when you get into this world, it becomes a small world in a good way. You can network in the UAE, for example. We're about to open there, and we're about
Very
to
cool.
open in Germany, and then the EU, and just it's a whole world there that you can just network with and align around your business, other businesses, just smarter. We say it all the time, traveling smarter.
Yeah.
It is the way forward and aligning it around your world. You're doing it anyway and you're leaving money on the table. It just
That's right.
seems very silly, right? From that
right.
aspect,
And so for the person listening in that's like really curious and excited about this, like what do you think? Would you just say to reach out? What's the best step?
Reach out to us, me, Genesis, and then we can have a conversation. We jump on a Zoom call. We can show a presentation. We've got it all different ways because everybody learns differently and takes in different. So we can do it anyway. We have coffee mornings on a Monday. We're opening up in Tampa, St. Pete as well. We're doing it all. So we do in person. We do it all. We do it all for anybody.
And there's a lot and there's a lot to learn and there's different ways that you can get involved in different niched modes of travel.
Yes.
But once you step into it, you start to realize it's like you have the search engine, you know where to go, and we can help with the onboarding process.
Yes.
You realize it's really not that hard to book your travel.
No, I just
there's a system, that you can utilize so that it actually can be done. And it can be done well so that you're confident to move forward with
Exactly. And I just say pockets of time. It's building around that person and aligning around their world and just saying, okay, where do you want to travel next? Okay, let's work on that.
Yeah.
And that's it. And once they see that work, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
And then from there you're flying. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You really are. And then you get used to that. And then you start seeing it work. And then you build the trust. And then you're off. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You're off, And again, you can do it through anything. Through sports, like I said, about World Cup. You've got Formula One, you've got events, you've got
concerts. Yeah.
Japan's a big one. People are flying to Japan for concert tickets. That's also happening with Europe as well.
Amazing.
And then they're aligning it around their world. I was on holiday on a cruise the other day. Somebody was on 60 days back-to-back cruise and he worked the whole time.
Oh,
and
wow.
he brought on people and was signing contracts by the pool. So his family was enjoying his life. They were enjoying their life and on a cruise, building a relationship, doing contracts, negotiations, all while at a cruise. And his family got to be there as well.
It just goes to show you anything's possible. Whatever you choose, the lifestyle that you want to create, it's available.
Yeah, you can create it. It's just up to you. And it's just finding the right tools, the right people to help you. And so we're there to do that for you.
That's very cool.
It's very clever.
Very cool. I love it. I'm so excited.
So much fun.
And then you are on the verge of becoming director. You're getting very close.
Very, very close. Yes, very close to director. So that's amazing. So that's a good thing. That gets me like a willable income. So that's amazing. And there's so many other benefits to that as well.
Yeah.
And again, there'll be more speaking events that I'll have to take on and do. And we're talking about doing Chicago. There's many, many things.
Very
so the
cool.
Miami market, all of those markets will be happening, of course, and internationally as well. UAE and the UK, of course, I've got network there. So that just opening up the world to everybody. Because everybody's traveling everybody's using something to book. So why not do it smarter?
Yes.
That's it. It's as simple as that. You know
I'm
what I mean?
so excited. Well, thank you again for being on the show again. I always appreciate you and all the things that you're doing, Lauren. You got you're a bubble of bright energy, and we love having you here.
Thank you.
You
very
make
much.
such
You
a
too.
difference. And if you all have any questions about what it's like to get involved with IntelliTravel, all you have to do is just comment on this and we'll be sure to answer them for you. But as you can see, travel is where it's all going. It's what people are doing. They're taking advantage of money that's just been left on the table previously. All the things that we do typically, whether it's to fly somewhere, to go to a VRBO, to stay in a hotel, to go on a cruise, you save money with all of it. So it is a no-brainer to at least check it out. Well, thank you again for joining us today on this episode of Dream Ignite Build. We hope that we brought tons of value to you, and we hope that you are more interested in doing some more trips this year and taking advantage of everything that travel has to offer. If you have not yet subscribed, we encourage you to do so, and we hope you have a fabulous day.